So hello you guys and welcome back to my channel. So it's time for another little chatty video about fear because these episodes have been kicking ass this season, this half of the season. It's just they're not playing around. I keep thinking with each episode like, alright, well this is probably as crazy like as it's gonna get. No, it just gets crazier and it just keeps like outdoing itself with each episode that passes. There's been a lot of emotional moments this half of the season and in these few episodes that we've seen. I don't think anything will top Grace's scene, but the scene where June was reading John's letter by the grave this episode was heart-wrenching. When it comes to shows like The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead and like shows in that kind of universe, you know characters are gonna die. It's part of the territory. You kind of know going in, but at the same time when it happens you still want to like absolutely smack someone silly. But like I think the saddest part about a character leaving isn't necessarily the character leaving, but it's the characters that stay behind. Like John leaving hit me in the crotch of my feelings because I love John Dory. I thought he was a fantastic character. And he was just so wonderfully weird. He brought this kind of element with him that the show just didn't have, you know. But with him leaving, June is what's going to hurt the most watching. Like, you saw there at the end of the episode where she looked back at the cabin and you could just see the bitter, sweet fuckery that was going on, you know. Her beside the grave reading out the letter finally. It hurt. It hurt to the point that I was like, this ain't cool, okay? Props to Jenna for that because holy shit, the acting has just been spot on. The performances are like rip out the lining of your feelings and like shove them down your throat this season. It has just been, yes. So I liked the overall kind of story of this episode, I guess. It was really weird though because like June had just lost John. So to just lose the love of your life and then to just kind of like accidentally meet their dad, that must have been absolutely trippy for her. I think as a character, he's pretty interesting. He's gonna bring a lot of like, I reckon he's gonna bring a lot of like, not stress, but kind of like bitchiness and rattiness, or at least I hope he does. Because he seemed to be a little bit of a sassy little fucker, which I do like. I do appreciate a bit of the sass. It's odd that we just lost John Dory, but in a way, we're gaining a John Dory. I said it in the reaction and I do stand by it. I don't give a fuck. I stand by it. The whole if you love me, let me go trope, I get it, right? I do. But when it comes to your child, I'm like, it is possible. See, it's a tough one because obviously every situation is different, every circumstance is different. But as a parent, it's your job to, if you have a kid, it's your job to raise the fucking kid. Guide the kid. That kid didn't ask to be born. You brought it into the world. If you're no good for your kid, if you're not healthy for your kid, then you get help. You get better. You get healthy so you can look after the kid that you brought into the world. He ran from his problems. He ran from his fear. He ran from everything. Left and lived up by himself in a cabin. And he said he came back and he saw John once and he was happy. So he decided he was happier without him. So he left. And it's like, okay, from the dad's point of view, I can understand where he's coming from. But look at John. Look at Dory. He had to grow up without his dad. He had to grow up and go through things alone because of a choice his dad made. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. That just rubs me the wrong fucking way. I am a firm believer in like, yeah, you know, if you're bad for someone or if people are bad around each other, then you should separate. You shouldn't be together or be around each other. But he brought John into the world. He brought the kid into existence. And then you're just going to bail when things get hard or when things get ugly and messy. That's not what you do. That's not, no. You stick it out, you better yourself, you become a better fucking person. I don't know. But again, like I said, every situation is different, every circumstance is different. But those are my 2 cents on this specific situation. Because I had a lot of people coming from me in the comments saying that I didn't understand or I didn't whatever. No, I do. I was just talking about this one specific circumstance with John and his dad. I don't think that his dad should have left, or I think that his dad should have came back to him. You know what I'm saying? I think that would have led to like a lifetime of problems for John growing up, and his dad just kind of writing that off as, oh, well, you know, I thought it was the best thing to do. It's like, right, okay. Okay, but you decided whatever. I'm gonna get real heated about this. I guess it says a lot though about his character, about John Dory Senior's character. The Dwight and Sherry stuff has people so heated. I was going through like threads and stuff on Twitter, and I was reading what people were saying. My God, people are heated. Now listen, looking at Fear, it's so easy to be like, okay, wow, Sherry and Dwight, like, they should just break up or whatever. I do kind of agree. I think that she's been looking for an out for a while. I think they just need some proper time apart where they just don't fucking interact. Just stay away from each other for a while to figure out what you want, because it's messy and clunky and it's too stop and go, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, her wanting to go back and get revenge on Negan, I get it. I think most people get it. Like, he put her through hell and she hasn't been able to heal or overcome any of that shit. You can't blame her for wanting closure. You cannot blame her for wanting revenge. If I was her, I probably would have killed Negan by now. I would have left and come back a week later and fucking killed him while he was like showering or something. You know what I'm saying? I would have snuck up and like... So I don't blame her. I really don't blame her for wanting revenge. But seeing her come to terms with the fact that that's not healthy, that a lifetime of like obsession and a lifetime of fixating on one thing, it's similar-ish to the storyline or the structure of like, remember when Beth, after all of her family died, most of her family, remember how Beth, all she wanted was a drink, that's all she wanted, she needed a drink and she'd be fine, and then she got it and she was like, well, I don't know what the fuck to do now. It's like you use this one thing as you're perfect, everything will be fine once I achieve this. Once I attain this, I will be fine. That is not a healthy mindset to have, and it just does not work. Because once you get the thing, you're never happy. Because your whole focus and your whole goal has been to get the thing, but then you get it, and it's very much what now? So I think the fact that Sherry saw that with the situation, and she saw like, yeah, this ain't good, I need to fucking stop. That's good, and I like the fact that her and Dwight decided to start clean. But guys, you have been married, yeah? How much of like a start anew, clean, fresh can you have when you've been married? I guess baby steps. Take everything one step at a time and see what happens. I hope it works out for them. I really do, because they've both been through so much fuckery. Dwight and Sherry, both of them have been through so much pain and stress in the past that they deserve a brief moment of happiness. Yeah, like I'm just going through my comments there. Again, it's people going, you gotta understand why John didn't come back. He thought his son was happier. Again, I don't take that as a proper reason, I suppose. He saw his son was happy for 5 minutes eating ice cream and he decided, well, he doesn't need me, and he left. Of course John was happy he was eating fucking ice cream. Any child in the world, unless you're lactose intolerant, would be very happy to be eating ice cream. He just took that as an out and he ran away. No. That topic... See, I don't like that either. I don't like it when people are like, you don't understand or you gotta understand. It's like, I understand, I just have an opinion. That doesn't mean I don't understand. Someone left a comment saying you fell in love with Dwight because John saved his life. My comments sometimes, oh my God, they absolutely kill me. Someone else commented I was doing okay until the fucking letter. Same. This season, it really has been going from strength to strength, and it's so good to see it get the love it deserves, and to see people freaking out over things and like getting really involved, and I feel like this season, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but like the moves that are being made are so ballsy and so like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow. It's like the showrunners went, right, we're all a bit fucking nuts because of the pandemic and because of the stress the last year. It has been such a stressful year. Let's just go fucking berserk. Give me a biro. I'm going to start writing down these ideas. So there you guys, that is it for this week's little chat. This little talky part of the week. Let me know your thoughts, obviously, as you always do. I put up a little text post on Patreon where I just kind of said, you know, thank you for the support or whatever. And the amount of love that came back from you guys was insane. I don't really get too personal on camera, I guess. Just because I don't want to bore ye. But like this last year, obviously it has sucked. But this year has been more challenging for me than last year was. And these videos and talking to you guys and just talking shit really and having a laugh. It's been one of the few things that has just kept me sane and made me laugh when I needed it. And given me something to focus on. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, for commenting and being a part of this with me. Yeah. The link to my Patreon is down below, where I do reactions to a whole bunch of shows. I think I'm about to finish up reactions to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. There's 2 reactions a day going up over there. So there's ongoing reactions to American Horror Story, Doctor Who, Sabrina, Riverdale, Shadowhunters, Buffy. I'm doing the MCU at the moment as well, each Saturday, so it's like movie day. And I'll be starting up reactions for Doom Patrol in upcoming weeks too. So the link's down below if you want to check that out. The link to my Twitter, my Instagram, all of my socials being just the 2 that I listed are down below if you guys want to chat or say hey or whatever. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all soon. Also, I've been getting a few comments about the knives. My darlings, my loves, they're fake. They're not real. It's grand. The amount of people I've had tell me not to hang knives above my bed. Listen, I know that sometimes I may not seem like the brightest crayon in the box, but they are not real. They are very plastic.